Can you break down in detail the situation with Lick Moss and King Erner and how it ended up in an altercation?
Leak Moss. Yeah, Leak Moss actually decided to part ways with Dark Low. You know, he decided instead of continuing the OBH brand when Arab got locked up, he decided to part ways with Dark Low and start dissing him. You know what I mean? So at that point, I was really confused. You know what I mean? I probably should have remained neutral in that situation, but I was just like taken back that Leak Moss was going to diss Dark Low when there were just literally talks of them doing collaborative projects. You know, I'm not afraid to admit when I take a L. You know what I mean? We all take L's in the situation.
That's a fact. We all do, man.
You know what I mean? We all take L's in the situation, and maybe I was talking a little bit too much shit on Leak Moss. You know what I mean? Maybe putting up the pictures of Leak Moss when he looked like he was squeegeeing Arab's car and shit like that. Maybe that was a little bit too much. You know what I'm
So wait, did you have a relationship with Arab? That's why you decided to do that, or like what prompted you to insert yourself into that situation?
Well, you know, I had been filming with Dark Low since like the early 2010s, and he actually put me in line with Arab to the point where Ab, you know, the loyalty that these guys show each other, it's pretty much like Ab had told me, "Yo, Mikey T, you're Dark Low's man. He's told me about you, so that means I will do anything for you." And I was like, damn, I was like, the loyalty runs deep here. It runs thick here. And I appreciated that out of Ab. And we had kept a relationship going throughout all the time when he was locked up. You know, Ab and me were texting all the time because he had a federal device. Dark Low was a little bit different. You know, Dark Low did not like the text on that federal device, but we did exchange letters. So the whole thing with Leak Moss basically came up. Like I always go to Max's, you know. So Gilly had $1 million worth of game event. I had stayed in Philly the night. Next morning I was gonna go to Max's, get a cheesesteak. You know, probably not the best idea. Arab told me I should have went to DeSandro's, or sorry if I'm butchering that name, but yeah, Ab told me I should have went somewhere else. You know what I mean? Leak Moss ran up, but yo, I'm not the type of person to run. I'm not going to be running on camera. You're not going to see me running on camera. And for anybody out there that thinks what Leak Moss did to me, I mean, was gangster, that shit wasn't gangster. You know what I mean? Honestly, when he pulled up on me that day, I was not going to run, and I'm not going to let somebody slap me in the face. So that's why.
So you were there, you were on Instagram Live. Was your intention to go there to provoke something, or you were literally just there to try to get a cheesesteak?
Well, I was on YouTube Live, actually.
Okay.
I was on YouTube Live, and I was really just there to get a cheesesteak. Every time I go there, Max's is my favorite spot to go. I literally, in my mind, did not even know that Leak Moss actually lives down the street. Like I said, I really, you know, I'm not really thinking about this type of shit. You know what I mean? In my mind, I'm not thinking about, you know, provoking another dude. You know what I'm saying? They do say I was provoking because when I was on live, some dude had come up to me when I was at Max's and actually asked me for some shit. You know what I mean? And I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, dude asking me for some shit like that. I'm like, because I didn't really ever
What did
experience.
he ask you for?
He asked me for some freaking drugs. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow. Okay.
He's like, yo, you got some meth? And I'm just like, whoa. I literally dead ass had not experienced that. I didn't really know like the meth epidemic was out there like that, but you hear about things, you know what I mean? But I really never experienced that in life. I mean, somebody walking up on you maybe for some weed, you know what I mean? That's a different thing. So I had said that on live, and they tried to make it look like I was dissing Philly, which I would never do. Anybody know?
Wait. But you were also on live because you was checking out that fatty, okay? Because you you were talking about that girl that walked by, and you were like, "Oh man, this girl's a baddie."
Oh, what? And then people playing Future's music.
Right.
And then, yeah, so I was just out there kind of having a fun. And I did mention that Leek Moss was going to buy me a cheesesteak. I was actually finishing my cheesesteak at that point in time. And I was like, damn, I could go for another cheesesteak. Leek, didn't you say you was going to buy me a cheesesteak? So, I mean, if you want to call that really intimidating anybody or trying to call somebody out, it is what it is. But going to Max's is just something that I did on a every trip basis. It was not to deliberately disrespect Leek Moss. And being that I had a relationship with Arab, I mean, I did clown Leek Moss. Like I said, I was clowning him because there was a picture of Dark Low and Arab, and then Leek Moss was like all the way back here, and he looked like he was squeegee in the car window or some shit. You know, I did poke fun at him and shit like that, but in all honesty, I wouldn't really want to take it there with somebody who I am very close with, one of their relatives.
Do you regret that? You regret doing poking fun?
Like I said, maybe I took it too far with Leek Moss. You know what I mean? Because in all honesty, the things that Leek Moss and I could have done together uh, could have far outweighed anything that has happened now. You know what I mean? We could have had a whole podcast going where we were, you know, breaking down the thoughts of AR Rab. I mean, really, who better to have done that with than his brother? But at that point in time, like I said, all of this was just so new to me because I was really just jumping on camera for the first time in 2020. So I wasn't really, I mean, shit, I was working with Bang'em Smurf and we were just beginning to develop a series called Keeping It Real, you know, so I was just kind of like new to putting my face on camera. That's why I didn't invite Leek Moss to do a podcast or any shit like that. But do I regret anything that I do? Nah, man, I don't regret what I do. You know what I mean? I'm probably going to do some more crazy shit like that in my life. So who are we to live by regrets, man? You know what I'm saying? I do not regret going out and getting a cheesesteak that day. I do not regret not running. I do not regret pulling back when he tried to smack me on the face and bear hugging his ass, no pun intended. You know what I mean? Because I'm kind of like, I'm not sure what he was trying to do. Maybe if he would have missed the smack, we would have just had a conversation. But nobody is walking up on me and smacking me in the face without it turning into something.
Right. So you had the phone, and we see the phone go down, so we don't see him swing at you or anything. But I think I saw a video of you on live later talking about it, and you said that you had punched him in the head.
I was running around the mall. So I had to go. I went to the mall afterwards because that was pretty much the plan, anyways. I didn't deviate from my plan. But yo, the live viewers went crazy after that. Because normally, you know, I'll be on a live, there's like a few different people watching it. I went on live, I'm at the mall, there's over 350 people on my Instagram live watching. You know what I mean? So everybody is there watching me. There's a couple videos. I'm running around the mall. Yo, you know AR Rab's brother? I just punched him in the face. I'm just running around doing all this animated shit at the mall. You know what I mean? Everybody's like, yo, that's that crazy white bull that be doing all the ARAB shit. You know what I mean?
Or you're still bleeding at this time?
At that point, I was kind of cleaned up because I had went and got a water. You know what I mean? From, I think, right around the street from Max's, there's like a dollar store or something like that. So I went in and grabbed a big ass water. Some dude seen me. He was like, yo, Mikey T, that's you? You know, like, it's just crazy how like I was getting so much love in Philly like that beforehand, and then everybody seen what happened and shit like that. You seen the one dude come up, yo, that's my boy Mikey T. He's just drawing. And then at the end of the video, you see, well, did you have somewhere else you wanted to go real quick before we
Yeah,
get
yeah.
to
So you swing at him, but we mainly see him like choking you out, basically, right, and lifting you up. You said that you threw yourself on the ground so that he could fall with you.
Right. Because what happened was he came over, slapped at me, and then what I did was bear hug him. And I got the opportunity to pull back and draw on him twice. And that's when he knew it was a serious thing. That's when he slammed me into the car. So he slammed me into these people's car that was literally right there the whole time. And then he grabbed me and put me in the full Nelson. So I'm thinking, yo, I've been, you know what I'm saying? I've been getting jumped since I was in the 3rd grade. You know what I mean? People done had the advantage on me. I thought King Erna was about to come and start laying in on me.
It did look like that. It did look like that.
Bro, I thought that was about to happen. That's why, as I told Dark Low, I actually tried to lift him up. I don't know if you could see the one, my hand went under his leg by his calf. Like I was about to try to pick him up on some WWE wrestling shit. You know what I mean? So I just basically had to maneuver my body to the point where I threw myself on the ground and bro, I busted my beak open. Yo, bro, that shit, like, I shit you not, the way that you could see blood squirt out of your face sometime, I had never seen that type of shit. You know what I mean? But so then he had me dead to rights. You know, he was over on top of me. He could have pounded me in. You know what I mean? He could have pounded my face in if he wanted to. He had me dead to rights. He didn't do that. You know, that's what makes me question what he was really there for in the first place. But he just came at me the wrong way because if you're trying to slap me, it's going to turn into something. Like, I don't play that type of shit. I've been fighting since I was like 7, 8 years old, and I'm not letting somebody, I don't like to fight. Like, don't get me wrong, Panda. Like, growing up and shit like that, I ain't trying to run around and fight everybody like I used to when I was younger and shit.
Right.
You know, but I'm not going to let this man come and slap me in the face.
So he ends up stopping, which was kind of surprising. I thought that it was going to go on for way much longer, and he kind of backs up, and then like you're backing away, and I think like you guys are like kind of talking shit to each other, and you kind of go back and you're like yelling at him. You're like, look at this, and everything, right?
I called King Erner a hoe.
Right.
Whoa! I'm like, you're a hoe. And you know, if somebody was yelling that back at me after the fight, I mean, you're coming back and you're pummeling that man.
That's
You know
what a
I'm
lot of people were surprised about, that it didn't ensue even more after that, right? Like people thought that by you doing that, they were like, man, like he's got some guts that he's still going for more, and that they thought that it was going to happen even more, but you know, it just stopped there.
Yeah, like I was saying, man, I really just kind of feel like he wasn't, you know, really wanting to do that. He can say all that he wants about wanting to drag me into a car and take me on a trip through Philly. I've been through as many trips in Philly as I can, you know, remember. You don't need to take me on a trip through Philly. I just kind of felt like he was feeling a little bit of remorse. I don't feel like he went there that day looking to do that. You know what I mean? Different shit like that. And it really just arguably messed up a whole situation, kind of like the Cuban Link and Fat Joe situation, to where when violence happens, you can never really go back to being cool. And, you know, I do believe Leak Moss came into one of my live videos and apologized at one point in time, probably because he was feeling kind of crazy about it, you know, because like I say, a lot of people, if they're going to view that as like some tough guy shit, I mean, Black De Niro put it on a song. When him and Leak Moss had a little back and forth diss, Black De Niro actually put it in. You're on Erie Ave struggling with Mikey T.
Wow.
He used the word struggling.
Yeah. So has that situation been resolved behind the scenes or anything like that? Has any conversations been had besides him coming onto your live and apologizing?
Well, he actually just, I think he left a message. He left a message in the chat. But then I reached out to him. I said, yo, Leak, was that you who popped into the chat? He left it on scene. A couple other times, you know, AR Rab had told me like, yo, make sure Leak Moss has this information. It's my new number. Make sure Leak Moss something, whatever. And I would relay that information and Leak Moss would be like, yo, get out of my DMs. Yo, stop talking to me. It's like, yo, geez, I'm not here trying to talk to you like that. But if your brother's going to ask me to relay a message, I'm going to do that. So don't read into it too much, you know, but yeah.
Did AR Ab feel like, you know, remorse for that? Like that his brother did that? You know, like what kind of conversations did you guys have?
So what Ab told me about Leak Moss running up on me was, he was like, yo, he's like, you got to understand, Leak Moss is one of the toughest guys on the block. He's one of the toughest guys in North Philly. He told me there are people in North Philly who would not do what I did standing up to Leak. He said a lot of people would just back down to Leak because he was known as one of the best fighters. Ab also told me that I needed to use the momentum to, continue growing in the industry. Kind of like he was relating it to DJ Vlad after DJ Vlad had gone through that whole incident with Ross. That's exactly what he said to me. He's like, you need to use this time to really just keep on going and not let anything stop you. So I appreciated that from Ab, and after that incident, I must have released 150 videos, man. I just didn't want to stop. I want to use that advice. If I could do like what Ab told me, I wanted to use it as a propeller as well.
When these situations happen and it's captured on video and uploaded on the internet and it lives there forever, right? Is that something that you're embarrassed about, or did you used to feel that way and you learned to deal with it? Because I'm sure you get like so many times people troll you and like, they try to discredit you just based off that's something that's not even related to it, right? It's just like, oh, Mikey T got beat up on video, and like it's like it has nothing to do with anything, right?
It's always something to go back to, you know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
It's always something for people to go back to. Man, whether they believe in you, whether they fell off from believing in you, whether they've hated you from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I remember from the beginning when I was putting all my videos on World Star, there were people commenting like, yo, Mikey T did this beef video, this beef video, this beef video. When is something going to happen to Mikey T? It's just crazy to see how, people theorize about you on the internet. Now, as far as public embarrassment, when you have people trying to show off your work to friends of theirs, and they're like, oh, my friend is Mikey T, the movie star. Let me show you what he does. And then one of the first videos that they pull up of you, it's you looking crazy, you know what I mean? Bloody mess, or you know what I mean? Pressed up against a vehicle. It's not necessarily your Lil Wayne video or your ARAB video, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it does make you feel a certain type of way. But in all honesty, I faced all my fears of getting on the camera back in 2020. You know what I mean? When I was first on the camera, reading off information from ARAB's case and Dark Low's cases, I faced my fears then. So any fears of really getting on the camera, they're kind of over with. When that whole shit first happened to me, my first thing was to jump on the camera, even with a big busted nose. You know what I mean? Whether it was on Instagram.
You wanted to control your narrative. Like you
Right.
wanted to be the one to do it and spearhead it instead of allowing people to take control of that. Like, oh my God, you see Mikey T get his ass beat, blah, blah, blah. You were like, yeah, this happened, but here's this information and everything. That's really smart on your part. You didn't shy away from it, right?
Yep, exactly. Even though I looked absolutely crazy, you know what I mean? Even though, maybe people wanted to make fun of you at that point in time, you got to let people do it. Some people say the way I told Dark Low that story was funnier than when Soulja Boy told the story of getting shot on DJ Vlad.
Yeah.
So you just got to be open in that. You got to show all types of character flaws that you have, mistakes that you've made, points in time where you look dumb. I mean, I remember at a certain point in time when Gilly the Kid was literally calling me out on camera, like, do you know what I'm talking about, Mikey? Have you ever seen a Puerto Rican not, Mikey? I'm not a district attorney, Mikey. And it just kind of like, as a content creator, you would go, damn, Gilly's kind of embarrassing me there. That's going to make me look stupid to my audience. It's going to make me look less than dominant. But you got to learn to let that go, man. Let the people think all different types of things about you. If the people got more to think about, it's even better. So for the people all bringing up the Leak Moss shit, for the people bringing up the shit about Tony Sunshine or me owing Bangum Smurf $50, anything like that, man. Any type of conversation you bring up that you get brought up in, you gotta learn to embrace it, man.
These are gems, man, because me just still starting out like very early on and looking at people like you that have been doing this for so long, for over a decade. It's really great to know how to move, because there's a lot of pitfalls within the content creating space. It's just like the rap game. So I appreciate you sharing that. A lot of times, like, people in the comments, because I make so much TS content, they're always like, "Yo, they gonna press you like they did Mikey T. You better watch out." And and it's like a common comment, and it's that's why I wanted to pick your brain about that.